Alright, it's time for another week. ZTGD Radio. This is episode 826 for December 23rd, 2024. It's Christmas time.
December moved pretty quick.
No shit. Like, I feel like it just started and it's already Christmas. Have you all been good this year?
You've heard this podcast. I have not, clearly.
Do you think you're gonna get anything under your tree?
Expected.
I hope I don't. If I could stop doing Christmas, it'd be great.
I already got shit under my tree.
Already got shit under your tree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drop the log.
It's fucking... In our household, everybody started doing shit early, and it irritated me, so I told them next year, I was like, nah, fuck that. Everybody gets their shit on Christmas morning.
Yeah, we don't... The only gift that got given early in our house was my wife's shoes because the fucking Nordstrom decided to ruin that surprise. So
yeah, it just like I get it. Like,
I mean, that one also benefits to some extent if you have a Christmas party or something to go to.
Right. Well,
So,
yeah. These weren't shoes she would have wore to a Christmas party, but yes, I get your point.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not defending Nordstrom. They can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, sure. You sound like you're defending Nordstrom.
fucking capitalist apologist.
I think it was in text where I told the story about Sears fucking ruining my mom's surprise of a sewing machine by calling her and asking about the fucking warranty.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You know it's Christmas time, you stupid fuck.
Let me call this person and ask them about their Christmas present. Nah, it's like, we do that shit because, like, he goes on, my son goes on break early. He's like, well, he gets to enjoy his stuff. I was like, yeah, but fuck that. We don't have any build-up.
Yeah.
I need the build-up. So next year is 100%. Nobody's getting shit till Christmas morning.
So I used to have issues sleeping Christmas Eve.
Oh, yeah. I think everybody did.
Well, in hindsight, I'm wondering if it was an anxiety, too. Knowing how I've come to despise Christmas. So my mom started doing a thing where it was like, when they had bargain bin video games?
Oh, yeah.
I would be able to pick one of those, and I would get that Christmas Eve, because if I was going to be up, I might as well fucking do something and not bother her. Right?
Yeah, good call.
And one of those games I got was Sonic Gems Collection on GameCube. That was like the first time I played Sonic CD. It was the first time I played Sonic R. So I have good memories of that, even though Sonic R is not great. Fucking soundtrack slaps though.
Sonic R is a bad game wrapped around amazing technology, awesome music, and that's kind of about it.
It's not a bad concept.
No, it just controls like shit.
That game was not. I mean, that was pre-analog stuff. So yeah.
I mean, even not having analog, that motherfucker would slide off the track with like a tiny turn.
You ever seen the speed runs of that game?
Unfortunately.
Oh, fuck. It's brilliant to watch. Fucking seconds long. They've got the medal and they're done.
That game is... It should have been good, and it was not.
I mean, that can be just said about the Saturn in general.
Hey, the Saturn was the beast when it came to fucking 2D fighting games, though.
And we got a whole 2 ported over here.
I'm talking about over here. Back then, my ass was ordering from Japan, bitches.
But I'm still saying, like, that console is just wasted potential, is what it should be called.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Even more so than the Dreamcast.
Dreamcast is the GOAT. That thing was, so good. I was playing that this weekend.
I'm thinking about getting one of those modes for it, where you take out the disk drive and put in like an SD card, or it's actually a flash card, or
where you replace the drive itself.
Yeah, basically with a hard drive.
Yeah, I saw they have those for like PlayStation 2. I think I've seen those.
This one's a little bit easier because like the PlayStation ones, this one's pretty simple. Like it literally you just because it's all right there, so you pop off the top and there's the piece. It looks simple. I say that before I start doing it. So.
Well, you also don't have to listen to that fucking Dreamcast disc drive was a grinder.
Now the PlayStation has one where you can just plug it in as long as it has the extra port on the back.
Oh, the I/O port? That's rare though.
No, mine does, and I got it for free.
Well, I mean, like they got rid of that model real quick.
Real quick, okay. And because now you can just bypass it on the Sega Saturn with a cartridge you can buy off AliExpress.
Oh yeah, Saturn was super simple. Man, I take you back to the golden era. Fucking Sega CD, like there's no protection. If you had a burner, you had free games.
You should always be careful with no protection.
Well, I mean, I guess that's true. But Sega didn't care. It was the Sega CD. I still remember, I don't know if I ever told this story, but I still remember I took my Sega CD to a friend's house because nobody had one. And I forgot my AC adapter. And us being kids, we didn't think nothing about it. Like, oh, the Nintendo adapter will work fine.
Oh no,
it doesn't.
Fried it.
Yeah, it fried. It doesn't work. My Sega CD died that day. I just took it back to GameStop. I'm like, it's defective.
God bless.
God bless when stores like that had return policies you could cheese to death.
Oh yeah, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Anyway, it's Christmas episode. We'll talk about some video games. Terrence's going to be here in a minute, but we got Anthony.
Okay, I didn't know if you were introducing everybody.
Well, I just did.
Okay.
And we got the Wombat.
Yes, sir.
Father Christmas is on his way. Hopefully you've been good. He'll leave you some stuff in your stocking. Or maybe he'll stock your stuffing. I don't know. Whatever you're into, it's fine.
Weird. All right.
It is also Christmas time in Hollis, Queens.
I think we've made that joke every year we've done
Every
this
year.
show.
Is it a wonderful Christmas time? Take it away, Paul!
Simply having...
It
is
at
not.
the beginning of that song, I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of like this. And then they start singing Simply Have... And I'm just like, oh no, I hate this song.
It's not the best.
Music's great. Music's great. The fucking lyrics make me want to blow my fucking brains out in the middle of them all.
Well, it is Christmas time, so, you know.
Paint the town red.
Jesus Christ.
A choir of children sing their song.
All right. I'm glad we're off to a good start. Anybody play any video games?
I've played more
Balatro.
That's fair.
More Escape Simulator. Give me a second here. Played more Deep Rock Galactic. And I started, but I haven't played very much of The Messenger.
Oh, I love that game.
You never played it?
No.
Oh, man, it's really good.
Yeah, it's good. I haven't hit the point that I know happens.
That's like halfway through the game, though. So
I don't know. It's good. Like I just like I play it and I go, yep, it's another one of those Shovel Knight sort of experiences.
See,
right?
The thing about that
retro game.
But that's fine. But like, as many as we get now, it's like some of them clearly have a higher quality.
Yeah, and
yeah.
The Messenger's got. I really like the story in the Messenger better than the story in most games like that.
I do appreciate the writing in that game a lot more than I thought I would. Music's fantastic. Obviously, the visuals are great. Plays fine. It's just one of those things where it's like it was never going to live up to the hype. I'm not holding it accountable. So it's good. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't know what else to say about it. I'm not very far in it. I don't know. I do like the fact that the demon collects as much money from you when you die until you pay him off, and then he leaves. And then I was like, all right. Yeah, I mean, outside of stuff I've been playing, that's kind of it, really.
Well, hey, you playing something?
I did pick up, because it was on sale, for $30. The Jedi Survivor.
Oh.
I have not tried it yet, but I have the PS4 physical.
Well, I mean, it's just 30 frames a second, I'd assume.
I don't know.
Did you play the first one?
I played a bit of the first one. I'm going to finish it. It was just like I figured I wasn't going to be able to find a physical copy of most PS4 stuff after a while now.
I don't think you're going to be able to find physical of most things pretty soon.
Well, that is true too. So I was just like, it's on sale. I was at the mall. I picked it up.
I really like both of those games a lot.
Mm-hmm. They're great games. Can't wait for the third one. It's the only good Star Wars thing we got going on right now.
I was about to say that, but I was like, you know what? I'm a kind of a Star Wars hater, so I'm not going to.
No, it's true.
No, actually, there's thousands of things, and it's like, I don't know, man. I'm also not someone who's like, there's women in this, so I don't... sometimes you just don't want to get involved.
That's not why I hated Outlaws, by the way.
No. The main character in Outlaws actually wasn't bad at all.
No, I like Kay.
The voice actress was good, but the that game just was not good.
It's a good way to piss off a bunch of people.
I mean, it wasn't even just that. It really wasn't. Like that game had
that is an easy way.
It's 100% an easy way, but like the pacing of that game is bad. Like some of the mission structure is bad. It's just I don't know, man. I saw somebody tweet this morning that like so many people didn't like that game that there's a thing you can do in that game that nobody has even done yet. Like that's how few people have actually dedicated the time to it.
Well, if the game was better, more people would have dedicated the time to it.
Oh, 100%. People would have found your other things that you can do. Oh, anyway. Well, Terrence said he was going to be here in like 2 seconds, but that was like 10 minutes ago. But anyway. Wombat, what about you? You played anything fun this week?
Yeah, so I guess I'll start with Indiana Jones. So I played some more Indiana Jones. Finished the Vatican. I'm probably halfway through the next place you go. I won't spoil it just in case anybody's sensitive. I really like that game, and I'm gonna finish that game, but it's starting to wear on me a little bit, if I'm honest. It's getting a little bit boring. I definitely don't find the second place you go as interesting as the Vatican. But I'm still only halfway through it, so I'm going to put my head down and muscle through. It's just a little. The second area is just a little samey to me. So
have you finished? Did you finish the new Colossus?
The new Colossus.
Wolfenstein.
Yes, I did.
Did you not find the same issue with that game where like there's a good middle section where you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Yes, 100%. And it's I think some of it is that this is really a stealth puzzle game more than anything else, and neither of those two things are my favorite. I like there are some stealth games that I like, there are some puzzle games that I like, but neither of those two are my favorite genres. So. And I don't have the nostalgia for Indiana Jones that everybody else has. So I'm digging it. I will finish it, but I think I'm gonna have to. I think the other thing I'm gonna have to do is just not try to be a completionist about it, which is not really my play style. I'm sort of the person that likes to go in and clean everything out before I move on. I think this game's just gonna drag too much for me if I do that. There's only so many locked doors you can run into and then find an end around a way around to open up the rest of the map and all that I can do. There's only so many ancient artifacts I can collect before it's like, okay, all right, this is I need to move on.
I think that's probably a big reason why. Like if you just mainline the story, it's really good. It's only like 15 to 20 hours, but if you do everything, it's probably double, almost triple that. So.
Yeah, and a lot of some of the side stuff in the original or in the Vatican was actually interesting. And basically in the second place, it's like, okay, there's another one of these. So I think I'll try and just mainline the game and get through the story. Again, I'm still enjoying it. It'll end up in my list, I'm sure, but I needed to take a break from it because it was starting to drag on me a little bit. So I started playing Nine Souls. Man, that game is fucking good. It's hard, but it is really, really good. And I'm definitely, I have now switched all my attention to this, and I'll come back to Indiana Jones eventually. Because I'm really enjoying this game a lot. It's for anybody who hasn't seen or heard anything out about it. It's basically, I guess the best way to put it would be it's a 2D Souls-like. In that, I say Souls-like in that you know, rest at shrines, and when you rest, the enemies come back, and if you die, you have to do a corpse run to get your cash and experience back, or if an enemy killed you, you have to kill that enemy to get your cash and experience back. But it's got combat in it that's almost like a 2D Sekiro, where it's all about parrying. And so you parry enemy attacks. There are, of course, for a game like this, some enemy attacks that are not able to be parried that you have to dodge. But most of the attacks that you're going to get hit with are parryable. As you parry, you build up this key meter, and as you build that up, you can basically rush through a character or an enemy, and if you hold down the button, you'll basically plant like almost a bomb on them, and then they blow up after a couple seconds if you hold the button down. So the combat's actually really, really good. There's some really good boss fights that are very difficult, but nothing that is unfair. You just really have to learn the patterns of the bosses and how they attack, and what attacks you need to parry, what attacks you need to jump, what attacks you need to jump parry, right? What attacks you need to dodge. The platforming's really good too. And it is, I guess, a Metroidvania in the sense that as you go, you unlock new powers and abilities that allow you to get to other places in different maps where you can find secrets and power-ups and all that kind of stuff. So I really like it. I'm digging the story so far too, and I like the main character. So it's on Game Pass. It is well worth picking up if you haven't, or at least downloading to try, because it's an exceptionally good game, but it is very difficult. So you need to be prepared for the difficulty, and you have to sort of like banging your head up against the difficulty until you learn the boss's pattern and stuff. But there is an easy mode. I haven't switched it to easy to see what that's like, but there is an easy mode that's available. But yeah, I'm really, really liking this game. So I am on the third soul now out of 9. And I'm on my way basically to that boss. So yeah.
Would be very awkward if there were only 8 souls.
It would be awkward if there are 8 souls.
You're the 9th. Oh my god!
No, it's actually the opposite. You're the 10th. But the they tell you that right at the beginning.
I know. I'm just
but yeah, I'm really digging it. It's definitely got a lot to it. It is not a small game. The maps are incredibly deep and have a lot of different like secrets and places that you can go. So yeah, it's really good. I intend to try to finish it before Game of the Year. So we'll see how that goes with everything else that I have that I'm trying to complete right now.
I was gonna say you're running out of days.
I'm running out. Yeah, I'm definitely running out of.
Just give in and play Balatro and realize that's your game of the year.
Oh, Jesus Christ. He's going to be insufferable about this game now.
No, my game of the year is still Sandland.
I haven't picked mine yet. I think I know what it is, but man, it was hard.
Yeah, I know mine.
I think everybody knows yours.
Yeah. But anyways, I'm 8 hours in.
Does it sound like Hurldovers?
It does actually.
Okay.
So to give you a sense of scope on this Nine Souls, I'm 8 hours in, and I'm through three of the. I'm not even through three of the bosses. I'm through two of the bosses. So I don't know if the rest of the game is as long as the first part of the game, but there's definitely a lot of content here. So I'm looking forward to continuing to make my way through it. And if I get burnout on this one, I'll bounce back to Indiana Jones. It's nice to have two games that are so different to play at once.
The glory of Game Pass.
Yes.
Because you didn't pay for either one of those games.
I didn't pay for either one of them.
Sometimes Game Pass is really good, and then other times, it's just nothing there. God. All right. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Well, hold on. Terrence just showed up.
No, he didn't.
Oh, he didn't. I'm kidding.
This motherfucker.
I'm just gonna let the silence hang.
This motherfucker. Oh, man, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't play much this week. I revisited the Power Rangers game after they made that patch. It definitely feels better to play. I'm not sure why it was so stiff when they first put it out. Like, it's a beat 'em up game. I've been doing a lot of these. It's Digital Eclipse. I didn't expect it to be a little stiff like that. But it's definitely better now. I still think it's pretty good. It's like Ryan said with Indiana Jones. Like, you gotta have the nostalgia for it. Like, Power Rangers was a little bit after my time, so.
I mean, I have nostalgia for Power Rangers, and even I'm not jumping to play it. Am I really going to jump to that when Turtles?
Turtles is a better game.
The Ninja Turtles game, and all of them. I have all of them on Switch, basically.
And the thing is I have the nostalgia for Turtles because that was my cartoon, that Transformers and stuff.
The problem is that like most people that have nostalgia, because this is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so most of the people that have nostalgia for that also grew up from hand-me-downs and like reruns of Ninja Turtles. So, that's a better game.
I feel like there was like a divide of when Power Rangers was big. Like, Drew's a big Power Rangers guy. Like, it's like just a hair past where my nostalgia ends. Like, I remember when it was big, but I had no interest in it. So, but they did it well. Like, they got the song in there, the characters are in there. Like, it's got an interesting story. There's a lot of variety to the levels. But yeah, I just don't think it's hitting those notes for me.
I feel you, Ken. I'm the same. Power Rangers was probably right towards the end of my time, and I remember being pretty excited about it when I first saw the commercials, and then watching it and being like, "This is kind of. I think I'm too old for this."
Yeah, go ahead.
I expected it because I was a big fan of WMAC Masters. You remember that show?
Yeah, I do.
And so like a TV show where there's people, I loved martial arts movies and stuff growing up. So a TV show where people are, martial arts fighting stuff. I was like, oh yeah, this seems super cool. And then I watched it and I'm like, I think I'm a little too old to be watching this. And I wasn't. I think it came out in 93 or 94.
Yeah, sometime around there.
So I was 13, right? But I could not shake the feeling that I'm like, I don't think this is for me. Like, I don't think I'm the target demo here.
I'm too old for this. I'm 13 now.
All that Saban stuff, though, like, aged so poorly. Like, once you're not a kid, wow, it's very clear that those people are not the same people that are in the Power Rangers costumes. Like, you know what I mean? So the audience had to be stupid kids, like myself, who wouldn't notice the fact that they were literally, like, why are all the big guys turning into, like, thinner martial artists when they get in the suits?
Yeah, it's
why
so
is the
weird.
height difference not as big?
it's so weird to know that show was essentially like MXC, where it was like spliced in footage of Super Sentai Rangers.
MXC, I think MXC at least was like, we're just dubbing over, not trying to convince you that the footage we shot somehow is connected to the original footage from Japan.
100%, yeah. But it's still funny how, like, we would take things from Japan and be like, all right, well, we're gonna make it ours, and we're just gonna call it something else. Oh.
Transformers.
That's
another one.
Transformers was 100% a capitalist mobile to sell toys. That's all it was.
Dragon Warrior, where they were like, yeah, no, you're definitely playing as like a barbarian-esque character. Look at him on the cover, and don't think about how the fact the slimes look like cartoon characters and everything else looks like cartoon characters.
Yep.
Look at the epic art on the cover, guys. Come on now.
Is Trace epic? Oh, what else did I play? Good lord. I got codes for Worms Armageddon Anniversary and Dredge Complete Edition. I haven't played either yet.
Dredge is so good.
Like they said, like we get a lot of stuff for like Game of the Year, End of the Year kind of stuff. Like, what'd you miss? Let's pick it up and play. Which, by the way, Square Enix never got back to us after Dragon Warrior and all that stuff came out. Dragon Quest.
Dragon Quest.
Like, they ask us about all that stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I know a couple people like to play Dragon Quest. Like, crickets.
Nothing.
Crickets. I started a playthrough of Ocarina of Time. I'll see how it goes. I finished the first Deku Tree dungeon. I'm like, we'll see. We'll see if I keep playing. Like, I've just been craving a game like that. And I was like, well, I could restart Breath of the Wild. I really want to play Wind Waker, but I don't have a great way to play it. Like,
did you throw out your Wii U?
I mean, my Wii U's been gone for a long time.
Oh, did you throw out your Wii U?
No, I traded it in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no,
it's
I
in
didn't.
A landfill next to the PSVR.
That's
headset.
what I was fucking.
Dude, you can't trade into PSVR, otherwise I would have. Like, I just.
Okay.
It was just taking up space.
I sold it, but whatever. Yeah, I mean,
there's just not, that's why I've been dying for Nintendo to put it on the Switch. Like, I want an easy way to play it.
I'm gonna say something that is not controversial, but like, what I would like them to do is at least figure out how to move the sequel off the fucking DS. Oh yeah. And then just put them together, because that's one of the few times where there's a story directly linked from one to another.
Linked.
Yeah, but it just, that Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Link to the Past, Link's Awakening.
Honestly, anything that's stuck on the 3DS needs to figure out how to get somewhere else.
Link Between Worlds.
Exactly, that's the one I think about a lot.
Gotta love that game.
Yeah, it's so good, but like, man, it really needs to be somewhere else. I mean, I say that about a lot of games. Like, when we joke all the time, Metal Gear Solid 4 needs to be released from PS3 prison.
It really doesn't. Just sell it as a movie.
No, it needs to be released from the PS3 prison. I want to play that somewhere else.
You want to watch it somewhere else, is what you're saying.
Listen here. I don't care about what you're saying. Let me play it.
Okay, feel free to be wrong.
I'm not wrong.
You are wrong. That fucking game is a fucking slog, and you goddamn know it is.
Shh. Let people enjoy things.
Oh, hold on the fuck on now. Pot calling the kettle black, you fucking asshole.
I knew that would get him riled up. That's why I said it.
Oh, yeah. Let people enjoy things.
there was a lot of sales going on this week. Like I saw a bunch of old Need for Speed games on sale, so like they're on Game Pass, so I like downloaded them to see if I was in. No. Fucking Xbox One Need for Speed games, a lot of them ran at 30 frames a second. I'm like, what are you doing? Those games were not great. And going back to them, you realize they're not great.
I still don't think they've made a better Need for Speed than Most Wanted.
It's been a while.
I'm an Underground 2 guy, but...
Oh, wow, you're going back to PS2 Xbox days.
Oh, fuck. Underground 2. Underground 2's ability to essentially race anyone else that had a modified car, and it was the elastic band race, where you had to outrun them a certain amount, was brilliant. And have they done that ever again?
Hell, I don't know.
I haven't played any of the new ones.
Well, you know what's funny is, like, when I was going back to play these, so I played 3 of them that I don't own, which was Heat, just the one that's called Need for Speed, and one called Need for Speed Rivals. And, like, I could not begin to tell you when these came out or what were in these games. Until I got into them, and then I'm like, oh, that's this kind of game. Like,
yep.
There's no differentiation. Like, I remember Hot Pursuit. I remember Most Wanted. I don't remember these new games. Like, anything that started in, like, 2015 onward, like, I have no idea what this game is. It's so weird how Need for Speed went from being this, like, iconic franchise to just being like, well, here's a new one. We're doing something. Nobody will remember it in 2 months.
100%. Yep. I could not even tell you how many Need for Speeds there are. And I loved, like, we played the snot out of Need for Speed 2. A friend of mine had a PC that would run it. And, I mean, we played that thing to death.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Most Wanted, obviously, or Hot Pursuit.
Hot Pursuit was great, yeah.
Not Most Wanted. Hot Pursuit is the one that I was thinking of when I said they haven't made a better one. Yeah, that game was great.
Hot Pursuit 3 on the PlayStation 2 is like where that game peaked for me.
I don't know that I ever played that one.
Oh, it's so good. And then, like, after that, like, I couldn't tell you anything. I remember that one that launched with 360 because it had, what was his name, Razor Callahan. But that game was not great. Like...
Which one was that?
Oh, fuck. It was literally a 360 launch game. I gotta look it up now.
I remember Pro Street, where they were just, like, doing the Forza thing.
Yes.
Down to having the fucking triangles on the ground.
I had a wheel. I had a racing wheel for my PS1, and so the original Hot Pursuit was awesome for that.
Why is it so hard to find? Most Wanted. That's it. We just mentioned.
Oh, okay,
right.
Yeah, that's the one.
They reuse the fucking names.
I knew that name, but that was not the one I was thinking of when I was thinking of Hot Pursuit.
Yeah, the Most Wanted game was the one that had the FMV cutscenes with the different. Like, you basically had like 10 rivals that you had to beat as each one got harder, and the main boss was Razor Callahan.
Good old Razor Callahan.
Yeah, like everybody.
That's a name.
Oh, you finally showed up.
Hey, listen to who it is.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Hey, how y'all doing?
Well,
Listen,
we're about to end the show.
If I was on CP time, I would be on time right now. So just saying, if we just go by that. So.
Oh, okay.
But no, what's up? What's up? We talking about.
We were talking about how Need for Speed has not had an identity since
Final Racer
2005.
Was Tobias Bruckner on his Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Tobias Bruckner.
Oh shit!
I'm all about Tobias Bruckner. Dude, I think Wombat might be the only other person. Well, I guess Terrence, you did work at GameStop for a while, but like in an era, like when Turok Evolution came out, like every generation there's a game that you have 6,000 used copies of.
Oh yeah.
Turok Evolution was one of those games.
I was a friend of mine owned a game store back then, and I was helping him out at that time, and there was a there was a Terminator game that came out.
Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines, probably.
No, it was
the other one,
Terminator Dawn of Fate.
Oh, okay.
And he bought wholesale a whole bunch of copies of Terminator Dawn of Fate and Turok Evolution.
Yeah.
And we could not sell those things for anything.
I remember Turok Evolution working at GameStop, EB Games, whatever you wanted to call it. The price of that game across all 3 platforms was like $1.99.
Yeah.
And we could not give them away.
There was 1 million copies of that game in circulation.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's so funny to me. There's always one game every generation when I worked at GameStop. Like, this is the game we're going to have 6 billion used copies of, and nobody wants it. Oh, Tobias Bruckner.
I have a copy.
Of course you
do. I
do.
have a copy because I bought it because it was dirt cheap.
Well, I wonder why.
Turok games on N64.
Dude, you want to flip that script entirely? Turok 2, when it first came out, we could not keep that game in stock.
That one was on 64, right?
Yeah, I remember that game came in so hot that when they shipped it to us, if you remember N64 when it launched, the Turok boxes were not shrink wrapped, and the cartridge inside was not in that little plastic sleeve. Wow. That's how hot those cartridges came in to the store. And people got mad at us. They're like, why is my Turok not sealed? I was like, bitch, this is how it came in the box. Like, we didn't open it. We didn't have to.
Y'all lucky y'all got it, is really what this means. Like, just take your game and shut up.
Yeah.
You're doing a lot.
N64 was like one of the most violent times I worked in retail because people were pissed. You want to talk about the worst? Ocarina of Time. That gold cartridge, oh my God. I saw a lady throw a box at Brian Peterson's head.
Ha! Oh shit, what did he do?
She didn't get the gold cartridge.
I'm sure she didn't.
I'm so glad that I did not work at a game store. I just worked in normal retail where we sold video game consoles.
Oh man, people were nasty.
Can I tell you that, and I've told this story 1 million times, but it was just as bad in music retail.
Oh, I'm sure.
People be going crazy about NSYNC or Hanson or
I thought he was going to say a sharp-dressed man.
Assorted folks. No, that too. Shaggy, I remember when the Shaggy CD came out.
Oh, shit.
Afro Man.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, these are just... I mean, people angrily... I've told the story before on here that when Hanson came out, people were actually jumping on the UPS driver's truck trying to grab them out of boxes.
Holy shit.
It was insane.
All to listen to a band that would become Christian heavy much later on.
I mean, you gotta redo yourself at some point, because otherwise it's not that old thing you're doing.
Yeah.
What's great about the story of Hanson is that the people that wrote Mbop are the same people who produced Beck's albums and Beastie Boys. Paul's Boutique. Paul's Boutique, and did the soundtrack to Fight Club. That is the same people who wrote Mbop.
Well, I mean, that song sounds like it was designed. It was designed in a lab to be a pop hit, so that doesn't surprise me at all.
It's just weird. It's just weird to know that the guys who helped define laws about sampling music by illegally sampling music went on to write one of the worst fucking catchiest pop songs ever.
Well, yeah. They're like, we needed a check. Okay, so we're going to put this out. Bob, I remember that.
That was huge, a fan, dude. That thing was huge. Like,
but it was,
enormous.
Yeah,
and they came out with a second album too that was a little more I don't know, folksy, rocky kind of. And I mean, it wasn't the worst album I ever heard. I definitely wouldn't listen to it for pleasure, but having to listen to it over and over again in the music store, it was better than their first album.
That was the worst part about working at the video game store, was listening to those fucking like commercial thing. I can't remember what they were called. But like you get to a point where you could just recite them when they would start coming up. Those little interviews.
Oh yeah, you're talking about like the GameStop TV.
Yeah, whatever it was called. Yeah, we like, because like when we were at EB, I know, did they keep it up at GameStop? But I know EB had it because they had like their. Okay, yeah, like that was. Oh my god, that was dope.
They still do it, by the way. I was at GameStop this weekend. They still have that fucking TV behind the counter playing like trailers and interviews and shit.
That's crazy.
Okay. So Zach Hansen, which is the youngest one. Details of Zach's Pinterest account were leaked in November 2020, described by Ashley Spencer of Vice as a trove of pro-gun memes, many of which were racist, transphobic, homophobic, and sexist. The now-deleted account shared memes that commentators characterized as supporting George Zimmerman in the killing of Trayvon Martin, comparing the right to use an AR-15 rifle with Rosa Parks' right to sit on the bus, suggesting that men cannot support gun control without being gay, and insisting that any man wanting to dress like a woman must be mentally ill. After first defending the post, he apologized and said the leaked Pinterest page provided a distorted view of the issues surrounding race and social justice, which do not reflect my personal beliefs. And I apologize for the hurt my actions caused. Later that month, Isaac, the oldest, addressed the COVID-19 pandemic and wrote on his Instagram story that Christians would soon have to decide whether their faith was more important than their fear due to Christmas, Easter, and Thanksgiving being canceled by the government. He also wrote that he will not comply and that he fears God more than death or the government. He later apologized and said, "What I shared was driven by an emotional reaction to the recent personal experience. I'm sorry for the pain and worry." Jerk off. Go fuck yourselves, boys.
I'm pretty sure they're from Oklahoma, right? Aren't they from Oklahoma? So none of that's really surprising to me.
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Tulsa, Oklahoma is like one of the places where they had one of the worst hate crimes ever performed against black people. Stay in your fucking lane, you white fucks.
I'm sorry, what just happened? We were talking about
shit on Hanson.
Anthony just went heat on Tulsa, Oklahoma.
I was just like...
He definitely did. He definitely did.
Jesus Christ.
No one from
indeed.
Tulsa, Oklahoma should have a right to speak about race unless they're black. They have a bad history.
Okay,
why are we reading this? Why are we talking about this? This is a fucking video game.
Because we mentioned Hanson.
Because we fell into Hanson.
Somebody said Bop and the shit blew up.
Yeah, just like that song. Do you see what Bop does?
Oh
stop saying Bop.
Do you see what Bop does?
All right, we gotta stop saying it.
It's a trigger word. It like activates like spies and shit. I don't even know what just happened.
Do we still do episode titles?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Because Fuck Hanson's got to be the episode title of this one.
This should be Fuck Hanson.
Wow, Jesus Christ!
And I stand by that statement. Unlike them who don't stand by all the horseshit that they're like, "Oh, guys, I was in a different period of my life, fucking 3 months ago." Go fuck yourself.
This is man.
You're only apologizing because you got caught. That's the difference.
Anthony, in this new year, we got to do this podcast, man. We got to do this podcast. You need an outlet for all of this. And
listen,
you're robbing people of
I don't give a shit. No, I'm not. Trust me, I'm saving them. Nobody needs to hear this shit. Nobody wants to hear Hanson. But I just...
Don't say it?
Comes up,
I thought you said a song title.
Hanson comes up, I'm going to shit on them.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
I don't even... We got here from a really weird place. And
we did. It happens sometimes. We spiral. Okay, what were we talking about game-wise? Need for Speed?
Blame Brian for hitting my
point.
sleeper agent word. Which is apparently mbop.
No, you said the word. You said the thing.
I'm just going to sit in the corner.
That's Anthony's Manchurian Candidate code word.
Right.
Mbop.
Okay. Must kill pop star.
I'm gonna move on. What else did I play this week? I finally did get that Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite and Beyond patch installed. Boy, that's a chore on the Steam Deck.
It seemed a lot. While I watched the video, it looked like it was. I actually was surprised, like I said in the thing.
Do you have a keyboard and mouse hooked
easy.
up to your Steam Deck?
I have one that I can hook up to my Steam Deck.
I'm just saying, because if you don't have it, that's a chore.
Gotcha. Okay.
Not to mention, I think something's going on with my router, because like my fucking Xbox has been like, we're going to give you 20 megabytes a second, and then all of a sudden we're going to give you 600.
Mine does that too, though.
And then like
all the time.
But I was on my Steam Deck last night, and I was downloading that file. It was like 7.5 gigabytes, and it was running at like 1.5 megabytes a second.
Oh, what the hell? Okay. Well.
Like, that's... Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty... Yeah, because I know you got the gig like I got. Like, yeah, that's a... Nah, that's some DSL speeds, 1.something megabyte. What we doing?
So it took me till like 2 o'clock in the morning to get this thing downloaded, because it took like an hour and a half or some shit. It was crazy, like how, because I was like, I'm gonna check this out before the show tomorrow, because I want to talk about it. And like it took me forever, and then like you got to unzip the file and copy paste it, and when you're doing that with a Steam Deck, it's like, oof.
See, that video, dude made it seem like it was super fast. Man, he was on some edit trickery. I thought that was all real time. Like, yeah, I was like, damn, this is going okay. Because I figured it was going to be slower, because sometimes, bigger files, even on my PC unzips and stuff slow. Like, I can only imagine the Steam Deck is not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, well, how is it, though? Talk about the game, man.
I only played it for like 10 minutes.
Well, after all of that, yeah.
Yeah, I spent like 2 hours getting ready. This is why I don't like PC gaming. Not just...
Yeah, me too, because it's too much. So you just, put it in and go.
Well, not even... So, even after I got it installed and I booted it up, like, that game is not optimized for Steam Deck. So, like, I went into the training round and it was running at like 40 frames a second. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Then I had to go change the resolution, and I had to change the resolution scaling, and I had to change, like, mid
Did
to
you watch
high...
that video?
Yeah, I switched those, and like it still didn't run locked. It was like,
oh wow, okay,
like okay. And I'm like, so we gotta tweak this shit for like 6 hours. I'm like, motherfucker, just make a profile. Somebody make a profile,
right. Please.
But like, I played it, and I was like, okay, it looks better, but it's still Marvel vs. Capcom. I'm not a tournament player, so like the shit you guys all like got excited about, like I don't know. Chun-Li still does the bird kick. Okay,
well. So I didn't get necessarily excited by like all, because I don't know the tournament stuff, because I'm not either. Like I said before, I play these games because I like to press buttons and see cool shit happen. You know what I'm saying? I don't like, which is why I've kind of slowly went away from Tekken, because you got to have like 75 different buttons memorized to make cool shit happen in there, and that's just too much. But yeah, so Marvel vs. Capcom is just like the quintessential of those games where you don't have to have, a super high, understanding of the game or whatever to have a good time. So that's what I was just hyped about, some of the changes that they made, because Infinite it just didn't feel good. And like like I said, Captain America was all super bulky, looking like, I can't think of that artist's name to save
Rob
my life.
Liefeld?
Rob Liefeld. Yeah. He looked like he was drawn by him. And then Chris is the same way. All big at the top. And it's like, what the fuck did y'all do to him?
Well, I mean, Chris looks like he did in Resident Evil 5.
In 5. Yeah, they changed. Yeah, he does. He does.
For fuck's sake.
Then for some reason, at the end of 7, he's anorexic, and then he's back to bulky in 8, which is weird. But yeah, so they changed like the character designs, and then what I don't necessarily like is that they did the cell shading thing, because I honestly, that was the one part about Infinite that I liked, that they moved away from that, because yeah, it's a comic book game, but not everything has to have a comic book look. Like, I liked the look of Infinite, but just the gameplay wasn't it. But yeah, that's what I was excited to try. So I don't know, like, it is. I don't know. It's been a long time since I played Infinite, but like I was like, yeah, this plays the same, and then characters look different, and then I'm like, wasn't there supposed to be anybody? Like, well, no, there's no new characters that I can see, and even I didn't have the DLC characters because I only bought the base game, because I was like, I already fucking own it with all the costumes, all the DLC. Yep. Like, I have all that on Xbox.
On Xbox, yep.
So I'm like, well, I'll buy this like $5 thing, and I'll try this out. And like, I thought they said like, well, there's extra costumes and. Like, but it's still just 2 colors. I'm like, do I have to unlock it or something? Like, motherfucker, you gave me a mod. Like, just unlock the shit.
Right.
Like, I don't know. Like, it was neat, But like, I don't know that it's gonna make me play Infinite. I really think this was for the tournament people to be like, oh well, now this startup frame and this hitbox, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, no.
Like, I appreciate the hustle, and I'm glad you guys did this. Like, it's a cool thing to do for free, but like, I'm not seeing like the revolution.
Got you. Okay.
So
see, all right, I'm not gonna get it because I have the game in my cart because I'm like you, I own it on Xbox and have all the DLC characters.
Yeah, and I thought it was.
I wasn't gonna
like. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it.
Well, I'm the same way. Like, I didn't hate it, but I know I didn't stay on it as long as I did any of the other Marvel vs. Capcoms. And like right now, 3, Ultimate,
what's the 3 Ultimate
is installed.
Yeah,
that one is installed on mine.
Dude, that game is not fucking great.
Yeah,
that game is
right. Like,
great.
I'll play that one well before I'll go back to Infinite. So it's just like I thought that this was going to. I actually, when I first saw the trailer, I thought Capcom had did it, and I was like, "Oh shit, okay." Like, but
Capcom don't care.
Mod, they don't care.
No, they don't care. Shit. They're like, yeah, we moved on. You all got right. But that's the other thing that kind of cracks me up about this is like, you guys just got the Marvel vs. Capcom collection,
right?
Like,
yep.
I guess they were working on this before it was announced. Like I said, it's not that I don't respect the hustle. I think it's really cool that you're doing it. I think it's cool that it's free. I hope y'all don't get in trouble. Like,
yeah, that's and I was reading something about that too. They were saying they're hoping because they got it out before they actually got any sort of cease and desist thing. So now it's like out there on the internet. So even if they do get in trouble, it'll still be, somewhere for whatever. But yeah, Marvel and Disney don't play. So
yeah, don't fuck with Disney because honestly, you're not selling it. So I get it. But like, the things that are cool about like the PC versions of those games is like when they mod in other characters and shit. Like,
yeah,
like I don't know if you've seen the Marvel Rivals mod with the DC characters.
I did, and because I saw like somebody's edit or something at first, and the way it was done, it was like it was its own game, and I was like, oh shit, DC doing one? And then I noticed, I was like, oh, they done modded the characters. Like, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, like Aquaman shows up, but it still says Namor behind him.
Yep, that's what I saw, and I was like, oh shit, it's just a mod.
Yeah, so good on them. It was a $5 like 4-hour investment for me, and I'm just like, this is why I don't do this. Like, this too much.
You're also trying to install a mod on a game that doesn't support mods.
On a Steam Deck with no mouse and keyboard, by the way.
And that on, yeah. No. So yeah, that sounds like
you was doing a lot, man.
Yourself up. Yeah,
actually, right.
Like, I didn't have a spare mouse and keyboard that I could just like plug into the thing, so I was like, well, I'll just do it with the Steam Deck. I'm like, oh, that was a mistake.
Yeah,
it's kind of like when I was setting up the emulators on the Steam Deck. I was like, man, this is a bitch without a mouse and a keyboard. Like this, like I had to install.
I don't know why you don't just plug a mouse and keyboard into the dock.
Well,
don't you got a dock?
The dock is underneath my computer, so I have to crawl back in there and do. And like, I don't use it enough to care. Like the Steam Deck, I would use to play a game. Like the whole point of a Steam Deck to me was download game, play. Like Steam Deck is supposed to kind of consoleize
the PC,
and then that's what I would use it for. So like, it's cool that all this stuff is supported, but I'm probably not gonna mess with it, kind of thing. So, but yeah, I would like to get more stuff on the Steam Deck, but at the same time, it's like I own most of this shit somewhere else. So like the fact that I'm not a portable person, so I don't play it portably. That has no value to me.
Well, then, yeah, I mean, it's a portable console, so that...
Well, I did it for stuff that, like, so much stuff comes out on PC, like, a lot of games come to PC and Switch only, and it makes more sense to buy it on a Steam Deck than a Switch right now.
Yeah.
Because the Steam Deck is so much more powerful, so much easier, like, going to the eShop is... I mean, it's full of garbage, but it's also slow as balls.
Yes.
So it's a bad experience right now. Which, by the way, I went into the PlayStation holiday sale, and I sorted by price, low to high, because I was like, maybe they're going to have like a $2 old PlayStation game that I haven't played. The PlayStation store is as bad as the Switch store.
Mm.
There is so much. Dude, there are 45 jump games where it's a different object jumping.
Well, yeah, remember all those pet the snake, pet the mouse, all those games?
Yeah, there's also jump games. So
Or
like
stroke,
jump
stroke,
toast.
I think is what it is actually. Stroke the cat, stroke the mouse.
Yeah, there's also jump. So there's like a jump toaster, jump toast, jump box, jump car.
Yeah, that's a lot. Okay.
There's and tons of hentai games. There are games on the PlayStation Holiday Sale that are 9 cents. 9 cents. I bet you know how quality those games are.
Oh yeah, I bet they're excellent.
Sure, they're quality. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's it. I did, like I said, I started Ocarina of Time. I played some other N64 games. I booted up something else. Oh, I picked up Time Splitters on the holiday sale on PlayStation because it was $2.50. So if you want any of those games, they've got all 3 of them for $2.50 right now. Which is, I already own 2 in Future Perfect on Xbox, so I didn't need those. But the first game I did not. That's not available anywhere except PlayStation, so I picked it up for $2.50. I like Christmas sales.
Oh yeah. Heck yeah.
But no, the rest of the week I spent playing Rock Band and Madden and Overwatch.
Overwatch.
I also did my annual purge of my Xbox hard drive. So it's deleted everything.
Oh, I thought you went on a murder spree. I was like, oh Lord.
Yeah, that's I do the purge in my neighborhood. Like I need some new neighbors.
I've been through there, so you probably I don't know, y'all. I can see it.
I mean, you delete the salt just comes back. What do you want me to do? But yeah, I deleted everything because I was starting to just like add everything, and I was never playing anything. So I'm like,
I was doing the same thing.
Like every year, I'm like, well, I'm just gonna purge everything, and then obviously you install Overwatch, you install Madden, install Rock Band, and then it's like, well, what are you gonna play? I got a code for Path of Exile, so I'm gonna check it out. But I don't.
Oh, nice.
Oh, excuse me. I don't know how it's gonna go, but we'll see. But right now, my Xbox literally has 4 games installed on it. So.
Yeah, I did that earlier. I didn't. You deleted everything and started.
Well, I had 200 games on there. I was like, I'm not playing 200 games.
It was like 110, and I was like, why do I have all this stuff? Like, because I have stuff on there, like, oh, maybe somebody gonna come through. One of my niggas might want to play this. I'm like, man, fuck them niggas. So I started deleting all the stuff that I'm not actually playing, like you, because like, why do I have all this stuff installed?
Yeah, so, like I was going back through to install stuff, and I was like, Star Wars Outlaws, nah. Like I even got to Dragon Age Velgar, and I was like, nah.
I got that is still that remained on mine. Because I like I said, I'm enjoying playing I'm a rogue. My reroll, so it's not horrible.
I might go back, but like right now, I was like, no. I was like, I need one game. I'm gonna focus on like over the holiday break that I'm actually gonna finish. I don't know what it is yet, but it'll probably just be Overwatch. I mean, let's be fair. Like, I've already played through Stellar Blade twice. I guess I could go back and do Final Fantasy, like, all the extra shit, because, like, I kind of ran through that game, didn't do all the side stuff, so... Honestly, my Xbox being deleted is probably good. Like, just play Overwatch and Rock Band and be done. Good.
I mean, if that's what you like, yeah.
Yeah, like, that's what I devolve into anyway. Like, every time I start another game, like, I'll get through 2 or 3 missions, I'm like, I'm kind of bored. Maybe it's just the quality of those games, like Star Wars Outlaws and Dragon Age, and like they just didn't click with me. So I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, Terrence, you got anything you want to talk about before we move on?
Yeah. I played some stuff.
Okay.
Let me get this list up here. So, I have played Uncle Chop's Rocket Shop. Which I'm gonna get a review written for that. I need to play.
I swear to God, sometimes when Terrence messages me, he's like, "Can you get this game?" I'm like, "You making this up?"
He does. He's like, what the fuck? You're just stringing words together.
I was like, this ain't a real game. And I like search my inbox. I'm like, well, that's a real game. All right.
Yep. Uncle Chop's Rocket Shop is a roguelike, or light. Sorry, it's a light. But you are a starship mechanic. So you're like this little fox who's working for Uncle Chop, who's this pig. I haven't actually met him in person, but like his little avatar or whatever thing is like this giant pig face. But it's all about, fixing broken spaceships. So customers land, you have to figure out what the problem is, and you have like a very big manual of like all the different stuff you can do, like changing oil, changing batteries, fixing warp cores, like stuff like that. And you have to buy like the right equipment to to do everything, and like it's actually really fun. Like I'm actually digging it, but I'm also a sci-fi person too, and I don't mind the rogue lights like this where it's kind of like the Hades type games or whatever. It's the ones that's like Elden Ring that have Dark Souls where I'm beating my head against the wall over a boss that's not really my thing, but this isn't bad. I think it's only like $20. What'd you say?
Get good.
He said get good.
Yeah. Well, anyways, so I played some Suicide Squad just to see what had. Yeah, man, I reinstalled it because it's crazy. I saw some people on my friends list was playing, and I was like, oh shit, you know what? I'll see what's up. Because I forgot Deathstroke had came out, but it's still the same game. I was just wondering if they had laxed some of the requirements to play the new characters, but it's still the same thing. Like you have to go into the open world and you do the repetitive activities to build up your like infamy level. It's not infamy level. I can't think of what it's called, but you have to get your overall world level to 40, which unlocks the that universe's Brainiac, and then you have to fight Brainiac, and then you unlock the character. And I'm like, man,
I'm gonna tell you right now, that's a no.
That's
for me,
a
dog.
lot. Yeah, like what? Like I did the shit because it essentially is the exact same thing that you have to do to beat the game. Like you do all of this stuff.
Oh, that thing I hated.
You go through it with the story. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. All the repetitive stuff that you did in those missions that you beat the game, but there were story beats, and you beat Brainiac, and you whatever. They're like, hey, there's 13 more you got to kill. You know what I mean? Now you have to do the same thing over again. Now do this a whole bunch of times. Initially, it was supposed to be 13. Of course, they've now changed that because the game is dead. So the story, I don't know if you saw the trailer, like they changed the story to, so like Deathstroke single-handedly killed like half of these Brainiacs that was out there. And so the next update is going to be like the last Brainiac. So they're going to wrap it up like that, which I'm super curious because
I'm sorry.
I don't know.
You had Deathstroke in the game. Did you really need to put, or sorry, you had Deadshot in the game. Did you really need to put, like that's the problem is like those two motherfuckers, like they're like looking in the Spider-Man meme.
Basically.
Like I love DC, but come on, man. Those two dudes look exactly the same and they look just like Deadpool, and it's just like, okay, we get it. And Anthony, before you yell at me that they're different, I know.
Well, technically, I was going to say Deadpool looks like Deathstroke.
I understand. Yes, I know one came before the other. That's fine.
Yeah, they
to the point where Slade Wilson.
it's Slade and Wade. Right.
Yes, like, I get it. Yeah, I know. But like, look at those three dudes in a lineup. It's like it's the same thing.
Hold on, I'm not done.
He's
not done making fun of the lack of creativity that Rob Liefeld has.
Oh, I'm always for dunking on that guy. Please. Right? This fucking guy.
All the things you like about Deadpool, like, he did not make. He did not make the fact that, like, Deadpool references the fourth wall and stuff like that. So
that's why he's awesome in Marvel Ultimate 3, because he picks up the health meter and beats you with it.
Yeah, that is his whole... Forgot about that.
Yeah, but, like, seriously, like, man, there are so many other Suicide Squad members that would have been interesting, and you're gonna fucking do this.
Speaking of Suicide Squad, just because she's one of the main characters in it, the the DC stuff for like February, March. I can't remember what month it is.
Dude, are we going to talk about the Harley Quinn thing?
Did you see it?
I saw it, and I'm just like, what are we doing?
Okay, that has been the response of everybody of who let this happen.
What did they?
Terrence, you don't know about this yet?
I don't know if I want to talk about it. I was going to bring it up, but the fact that because Ken knows,
and I'm a comic book fan,
dude.
Dang,
I saw this on Twitter yesterday, and I was like, "What?" It's apparently, so Anthony, correct me if I'm wrong here, but doesn't Bruce Timm have a thing for this?
Oh Lord!
It would not surprise me if Bruce Timm had a thing for this.
Oh my God! Do you have the image handy? Because I would love to show Terrence the image
Let me pull it up. Hold on, yeah.
Dude, you couldn't guess this if you tried.
And it's crazy because I'm sitting here trying to rack my brain, and
it's Harley Quinn. I'll give you a hint. It's Harley Quinn.
I'm going to send the picture first.
Okay,
and then you can.
I'm about to hear Wombat just about die in his.
Oh, it's not fucking posting, so he even knows.
Yeah.
Oh my God, bruh.
It's a whole series.
I need to find the other one.
It's a whole series based on this.
No, it's not a whole series. It's a one shot, from my understanding.
Dude.
There's a picture of her reaching. You know the picture of David reaching out to God.
Yes.
Or Adam reaching out to God, the finger touching. It's that, but the cloud that she is sitting on is.
Basically, it's fart fetish, is what it is.
Wait, what the absolute fuck?
That's wild.
Yeah.
Is this this is a cover? I'm assuming.
Dude, it's not out yet, so I'm assuming it's a cover. I'm not gonna find out either way.
No.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Thank God. First off, not a Harley Quinn fan.
I'm not either. Not like that.
What the fuck is this?
Wait, what do you mean not like that?
I don't know that anybody's a Harley Quinn fan like that.
Maybe
Bruce
I guess
Timm. No one is.
Bruce
like
Timm probably is.
Well, there's clearly somebody.
Yeah, somebody wrote that. Somebody pitched that in a meeting. Could you imagine pitching that in a meeting?
Yeah.
So we want to do this new series with Harley Quinn where it's based around her farts.
You mean to tell me that you want to do
You're fired.
Book?
Dude, okay. Yeah, I'm all for whatever you're into, but come on, dude. Come on.
Yeah, we're doing a lot. We are doing a lot. Yeah. Anyway, what else did I play? Lord Jesus. I played some Dragon Age. I played you know what? I did not go back to it after the patch. Did you try the Morphin?
Yeah, I talked about it when you weren't here. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Was it good? It was better?
They made it better. Like, it feels better, but it's still like, Turtles is a bar, okay?
Okay.
And you're after Turtles. You should play that good. I mean, it's still a good game. It's still good. Yeah, we went on a whole thing about Power Rangers before you got here.
Okay. I'll have to check it out. Indiana Jones, of course. I have left the Vatican and I'm now in the deserts of Giza.
Wombat's over here like, you motherfucker.
You missed my conversation on this, Terrence, in that I'm curious. Well, number one, I had avoided saying what the second place was just in case anybody wanted to avoid spoilers. But
out here, like, let me tell you,
it doesn't really matter. But I am curious to see how your experience goes in this second area.
Oh wow! Well, wait. What does that mean? What happened with your experience?
I'm trying not to poison the well for you, but
okay.
I got burnt out halfway through and quit that game to play something else.
Damn.
To be fair,
not that I don't like it. It's just it was too much of the same thing for me, back to back to back to back.
That's because Wombat stayed in the hinterlands too long.
I did stay in the Vatican for a long time.
But I did too. And
Yeah, I did everything that I could do in the Vatican,
too.
basically. Okay,
Yep.
all right. Well, then, yeah, you may be in the same boat that I'm in.
I am.
But
I understand what you're saying. So I had to take a break too, because it is more of the same. Because I finished up the side stuff that I had unlocked so far. I'm sure there's areas that I haven't been into. I know there is that I haven't snuck into. But I finished up all the stuff that I could, and so now I'm like on the main quest line of it. But I tell you where I stopped, and I made a video of this too. This game got some funny ass bugs. I have to send y'all this, but like I was like sneaking around someplace, and you can knock people out with bottles and stuff like that. I snuck on this dude, and I hit him with the bottle, and his animation, like, instead of like falling to the ground, he just froze standing straight up, like in a fighting stance, looking like I had beat him up. Like he has like bloodied and stuff. Yeah, I mean, he's just standing there.
Maybe that's what it's like. I don't know.
Maybe it is. I don't know. But like I'm sitting here and I'm like swinging at him because like it gives me the.
I don't know. Let's test it.
You can like carry body, like that's popping up. So he's like down, but he's standing there like just dead on his feet. And I'm like, wow, this is. I guess that's what this means. Dead on his feet. That's what this is. Like, it's just crazy. But I was like, yeah, I'm going to take a break because this game is now tripping.
That's the thing. Like, I remember this back when I think it was Skyrim came out. That's how long the show's been going on, by the way. We're talking about the OG release of Skyrim. Like, everybody on the show was playing it. And, like, I was like, yeah, I finished it. And then Wombat's like, yeah, I'm still in the first area. And his hour count was higher than mine.
I take my time through games. That should not be a surprise to anybody at this point.
I do too. Because I think Ryan does it. Well, you know what? I guess it's really the same thing because you said you were very selective about what you play. So what you play is really the best stuff. Because I was just going to say that I do that too for the games I really like. Like I take my time.
I was going to say you're not selective at all. You're playing Uncle Chop's Pickle Shop or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. I play. I dabble. To find. I just throw a wide net to find what I really am looking for, and
when I find a game I like, and some asshole messages me and says I'm addicted.
Hey man, I'm happy you segued to that because I was trying to figure out how to do that. That's hilarious to me because the thing in Discord totally tells. Like I saw you just got off of there, nigga. You was on it for 4 hours. You was addicted.
Yeah, listen. There's no time limit. I can walk away from it.
Now Anthony knows
really?
how much of a stalker is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Listen, I'm the ISRon, baby. I see it all. Okay. Don't be trying to hide.
Yeah, he's like messaging me on BattleNet like you motherfucker still playing Overwatch.
No, I know you ain't. I just like fucking with you, Anthony. I just mess with you, man. Like it's just.
Don't you have some asymmetrical multiplayer game to play that'll be dead in a month?
Listen, this nigga was like, "Don't you have a dead game to get back to?" I just laughed. Like I literally laughed out loud. I was like, "That was funny as hell." He right. I
mean, that's accurate. You'd be like, "This game, yeah. Please make 10 more of these because I will play them all."
Oh my god. Anyway, so yes, after Indiana Jones, because I am. I'm taking a little break from that. But I do still enjoy it. Like it has a really good story, but now I'm curious
if... How do you feed blood to Grandpa?
Yeah.
How's that game doing? Doing?
And you know what's funny? Is I had never actually bought that game. It was only on Game Pass. Yeah, well, it's actually not dead. It's still going. I was going to say it's on sale for $10.
Yeah, those 5 people playing it are keeping it on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, y'all say that shit like it's some sort of a like, I don't know, dunk or something, but I mean, them 5 people is having a good time. Like, let them live. I mean, I don't know, like
somebody's having a good time with Harley Quinn's farts, but that doesn't mean we gotta be okay with it.
What?
Hold on now. I will give the people playing Blood to Grandpa. I'll give them more credit than the farty Harley Quinn book.
I mean, right? That's a lot. Like, daggone. Look, when
I go to my comic book shop when that comic comes out, I will be side-eyeing anyone that picks up an issue.
Dude, ain't nobody gonna pick that up without like doing some like.
No, they're gonna put that on the pull list.
People gonna be ordering that online.
Yeah,
they're gonna put that on their pull list. No, ain't nobody coming in there picking that up. Can I get the farty pants Harley Quinn cover, please? That's what I want. Like, ain't nobody come. He say he want the fart Harley Quinn.
Can I get the farty Harley?
I need you. Hey, I need you to be silent but deadly.
Oh man. Okay, listen. So I took a break.
Yeah, then they show you to the back room, and then you just hear screaming, and then when the back room opens up, you'll see everything has been charred inside.
Man, please. I can't, no.
I just don't understand. Like, who drew that? Who's the artist? Like,
someone that got paid very well, hopefully.
I'm assuming they did. Like, that is just wild.
Oh no, I might quit.
I might quit.
You get like you get like a ticket. Like, oh, you need to do this drawing, and you look at the ticket, and you're like,
you know what? I'm good.
I'm good. We're done.
So I'm looking up because when I was looking through the previews,
Don't Google that. Don't Google that.
No, don't. I would not. So fucked up. I'm looking through it and I'm like, oh shit, that's the same month that the Sonic DC crossover happens, and I was very excited, and then I kept scrolling and I wish I had stopped.
Dude, if you told me Sonic farted in a comic because he eats all them chili dogs, I'd be like, okay.
Sure. That's believable.
When Archie had the Sonic comic rights, there was some stuff that happened in those books that
Dude, those games have some weird tones to them that I don't want to talk about.
Those games have some weird tones, but like... sexual assault is not one of them, but the Archie comic definitely had that.
Holy crap.
Wow. Oh, don't worry, guys. It's the evil Sonic. It's fine. Why is this in a kid's book?
I don't. Y'all comic people need to calm down.
Some of them do. You are absolutely right.
Y'all doing too much. This is a Christmas episode. What are we doing?
Oh wow! Is it a Christmas episode?
Yeah, it is a Christmas episode.
It's a Christmas episode, man.
Very Christmas time.
I really think that Hanson fucked us out of this Christmas episode.
I think that's so, because this is definitely Bad Santa of Christmas episodes. I think this isn't Rudolph.
Listen, if they actually followed the word of Jesus, not just fucking said, I like Jesus, and that was enough to satisfy them, they do shitty things. I
love Anthony's like envisionment of like people go to church, Jesus. They walk in the door, they're like, I like Jesus.
That's what they do. Yep, I like Jesus. All right, well. And he likes you too.
Well, we got a place for you then.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it's the back room where the guy picked up his Harley Quinn comic. Why did you go in there?
Let me read from the book of Harley Farts.
Oh man, that picture is crazy. Okay. Let me finish.
That's not the only picture, by the way.
Oh, I have to look back over there.
No,
Hold on. Okay, so
don't.
No, you don't.
Mafia 3. No, I installed. I'm not. I'm cool. Mafia 3. It did not get a 60 frames per second patch.
I thought it did. I thought it got a FPS boost. Do you not have it turned on?
No, it didn't have the option for me to turn it on.
In the dashboard, Xbox dashboard.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna check it again, but I'm pretty sure I went to it and said no options were available. But I'm gonna try it again.
I swore it did.
I kind of turned up the sensitivity and like kind of just tricked myself into feeling like it was
motion smoothing on your TV.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn. No, I didn't do all of that, but like I just kind of turned it up because it like the aiming felt really stiff for out of more than anything. So like I just tried to make that feel better, and it was all right. That is a good game. I actually do want to finish that. Because I did enjoy the story and stuff of Link and everything, and it did have some cool stuff. And I didn't even realize I had all the fucking DLC and everything.
Yeah, there's like a Ultimate Edition or something.
That's what it said. Yeah, the definitive edition or something.
Like that thing's on sale for like $2 all the time on Xbox.
I didn't even know that. Dang.
Like you can buy what do they call it? The Mafia Trilogy Definitive Edition. I think it's on sale right now for like $5 or something.
$10. Yeah, it's jerk cheap usually.
Yeah, you get all 3 games. Yeah,
that's nice. All right, yeah.
The violence in Mafia 3 is impressive.
Yes,
man. Yeah, golly, yeah, they get down.
He just fucks up some people in that game.
Yes, and I'm still early because I started over because I never actually finished it. But yeah, it definitely is good. I like the soundtrack too. It has some good music. I love the racism though. Like we need to clip that.
Listen,
Yeah, clip it.
Terrence Johnson about Mafia 3. It's on the back of the box. I love the racism,
yeah, I
bro.
love the racism. Put that shit on the box. I was crouched. Listen, it's a funny ass story now. I was crouched behind his bridge. And, you know, Lincoln is a big black dude. And this old white lady is walking up to him, right? And I was like, and it's funny because I'm sure Lincoln in his head was thinking the same thing. I was like, oh, this about to be some shit. Here comes this old white lady. That's what I'm thinking. Because, you know, in this game, it's the 60s, right? So she gets to me and she gets to me and she looked down and she said, huh. I wonder what that boy there doing. And I just busted out laughing. Like, she literally was standing right in front of where I was like crouched, like, huh, I wonder what that boy there doing. I don't know. It was funny as hell to me. Y'all ain't got to laugh, but I thought it was great. Like, I was cracking up. So I let her live because she made me laugh because, you know, I let her live. And I just went on about my espionage mission.
I like that game a lot.
It is a good game. I do like that game. So I'm going to go back and finish that. And another old one that I went back to is Dying Light because we were talking about it last week, and I had said I never played the buggy levels.
Yeah, the DLC,
which I apparently own it. I didn't even know that. See what? Go ahead.
No, it's. I just said
DLC.
the buggy levels.
Oh, DLC. Okay,
DLC,
I got you. DLC. Yeah, I didn't play that stuff. I don't even know how to access it because I have
it's a post game. It's a second area.
Gotcha. Okay. Because I was pretty far along, and I don't know, my save must have got deleted or something because I ended up having to start over. So I was going back through that.
I just realized
that game
Anthony's
is still really
URL
good.
has the word fartacular in it, and I can't.
Yes, it does.
Oh God.
That's funny. I didn't even see that.
Harley Quinn fartacular 1 main brand Stein. Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
The fartacular. Yep. They're about to do a whole thing. Man, if they have a comic and Batman is farting, I'm done. I'm just done with DC. If they
Batman
draw
farts,
everybody like
but
that.
he's got like the bat suit that like sucks it up and exhausts
it
it out of the
filters
bottom
that.
of his feet or something.
Yeah, and it comes out smelling like fresh baked cinnamon rolls.
Yeah.
That's how you know. When you stand in a circle around Batman and you be all of a sudden, y'all smell cinnamon rolls? It's because fucking Batman dropped ass.
Batman under his mask is like,
exactly.
Then he kicks you in the face with the fart. What the fuck are we doing?
This shit's gone
Merry
off
Christmas,
the rails.
everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Okay, I'm almost done.
After I linked the Mafia 3 video footage where the kid is getting told by his mother to go to the bathroom, you are shitting yourself! Fucking Drew sent me that one.
I'm really gonna have to try to encourage these characters to say some sideways shit. Like, I didn't realize they did all of that.
No, that's not, that dialogue is not in the game.
It's a kid on a headset.
Mafia,
yeah.
And his mom is yelling at him to quit playing the game because he's shitting himself.
Oh, nice.
Take you back to the beginning of the internet with the chocolate milk kid. Remember that one?
I do. Oh, man, we old.
Yeah, we are very old.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Dying Light. And then, of course, I played some Marvel Rivals, of course. That game is good. Comp is going well for me. I don't have the same problems yet. I'm sure they're coming. And definitely the higher you get. But I got to silver. I think I'm silver 1 now. And so it's to the point now where teams are competent. So it's not, you having an asshole who's just like, I like Wolverine. And then he picks Wolverine and goes out there and dies repeatedly doing the exact same thing over and over, which is always fun in quick play. So that's good that I'm past that. So it's going pretty well. And then when my daughter and my wife play, because they play healer, we usually win. We had a hell of a streak where we went on 8 games in a row where we won and then promptly was getting rolled. So because we got peoples that were like, I like Storm and doesn't know how to play Storm, and they just go out there and get killed over.
I like how that's every person who plays these games.
I think that was probably always going to happen when they made a Marvel game like this, where people.
Oh, for sure.
Something like Overwatch, nobody had any connection to the characters ahead of time, right? So they just found characters that played the way they liked. Mm-hmm. This, everybody has a previously existing connection to one of these characters, so their default character is going to be the one they liked from the comic books, not from the actual gameplay.
Yep, and that's so I think that the developers kind of knew that going in, and they accounted for it, because what's interesting about this, and I think the same can be said in Overwatch, and you can obviously correct me if I'm wrong, but you are obviously the guru when it comes to that game. But Marvel Rivals is set up in a way that you don't necessarily have to have the like meta build of like 2-2-2. You can be successful with, 2 healers and all damage, or 3 healers and all damage, or different stuff. It's just about, because even though a character is in that damage role, they may do like some healing or have some tank like properties. So the developers kind of made it so that there is some fluidity there for the people that's just like, oh man, I love me some Wolverine, and he only wants to play as Wolverine. Well, that's cool. Wolverine is a DPS primarily, but he also is kind of a tank as well. So they kind of, so they kind of accounted for that, which is kind of nice.
Y'all are innocent.
But you can't, I don't know. Does Overwatch have that kind of same thing?
So
more or less.
Here's the thing: you're all innocent children. Okay.
This nigga.
Overwatch was that way when it was out, and then the competitive part came in. And they started.
Heroin was better in Ken's days.
They continue to tweak characters to where you get like power creep.
Yeah.
To where certain characters are just way too good, and like if you don't have a structure to your team makeup, then it didn't work in competitive. And that's what's gonna happen to this game as it continues to, as they continue to tweak characters and buff and nerf and do all that stuff. Eventually it will get to that point, because here's the thing. This game is new. This game is casual. It's very arcadey. People are just having fun. Eventually, the fun people will fall off. The serious people will stick around, and they'll start demanding things be balanced. Mm-hmm. And then that's where your game falls apart as far as team structure. Then you have to have this. You have to have that. Like in Overwatch now, if you're going to play in competitive, you need a certain healing output, or you need a certain... Like, if there's a Pharah running, you're not going to run a Junk Reaper kind of thing. Well, that shit ain't going to work.
Sure. Yeah, this has stuff like that too.
Yeah, and it'll eventually get more that way when the competitive people start making the devs make... Like, these devs right now are like, we're not doing roll queue, we're not going to tweak and buff. Eventually you will, because the hardcores are going to stick around and they're going to want a more balanced game. Overwatch for the first 2 to 3 years was very much what this game is now. Where you could run 2 Winstons and 2 soldiers and you'd be fine. Now if you do that, nah. So, enjoy it while it lasts.
Can I just ask you a serious ass question? I'm just going to ask you a serious ass real quick.
Why are you miserable?
Why do you, nigga, why you like stealing motherfuckers' joy? Like, this is the honeymoon period of Marvel Rivals, and you like, yeah, nigga, that's cool.
Earlier when I gave him shit for fucking shitting on things I liked.
Yes! I have your back! Like,
no. Back up for a second.
Why are you mean to me? Oh, God.
Oh, wait, hold on, because back up. Where we back it up to? What's up?
I would have never said a word had you not asked me.
Okay, well, to be fair, I didn't ask you for the fucking dissertation about the downfall of Marvel Rifles. All I asked you was if it's true that they have characters that do the same, which you answered and said yes, but, and then proceeded for the hour-long dissertation. So, nigga, shut up. You just really wanted to shit on my honeymoon period.
Anyways, I mean, you only go to play the game for like 2 months, then you won't play it anymore, so it's fine.
Well, listen, this one has a greater chance of surviving my usual 2-month window.
All right, well, you'll play for 3. You'll still be fine. As long as you quit within the first 2 years, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
All right, well then, okay, so then I'm a miss off.
Don't grow up to be a miserable son of a bitch like I am about my favorite game.
Oh man, you know what, and I do know, like I know that it will obviously turn into that, but like I said, this is the honeymoon period, and I've been very open. Like I ride these games, until they're no longer fun, and then I go away. That's why I don't play Overwatch anymore, because it stopped being fun. So when Marvel Rivals turns into that kind of nonsense, yeah, I'll be out, and I'm sure it will. Like I'm impressed that they've managed to not buff and nerf anybody yet. Like we were, I think, 3 patches in.
The game's not even a month
old. I know.
Though.
Well, typically, but with that stuff, at least some of the other ones that I play, like in like the League clones and some of those other ones, like they do that stuff like every patch. Like they start to hit stuff like, oh, we're seeing this one is upticking a little too much, and this one is
those games
whatever.
Designed to be competitive. Marvel right now is designed to be like fun.
Oh, okay.
I mean that's just the truth of it. Like these other games that like try to compete with League are like, well, we need to be competitive, or we need to do this right, and we need to make sure that competitive players get into it because that's the YouTubers that play it. Like Marvel is one of those games where it's like every motherfucker is going to be like, I know who Wolverine is.
So what's an example of a game that's competitive and fun?
That you can't use those two words in the same sentence.
Interesting. Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
No, you're probably right. Like because I literally because you made the difference. You said Marvel.
You got to pick. You got to pick who you're.
Both.
You got to pick who you're tailoring to, and Marvel's like the competitive guys are going to fall off Marvel if they don't like make it more competitive. But then if they make it more competitive, the casuals are going to fall off. So it's like, who's giving you the money, kind of thing.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, because it turns into that's the what is it? Skill-based matchmaking bullshit that Call of Duty devolves into every single year. Yeah, but
Call of Duty didn't use it for like a long time, and now they do, and like pro players are like, no, don't do that.
Yeah, like it. So it just, I don't know. They go back and forth with all of this. I'm not I just want to have fun. I play competitive.
That's the way. It's too much.
Right. I play competitive because I want to play the game how it's meant to be played, not because I want to be the very best there ever was. Like Quick Match is just full of niggas that come in here and just want to fuck around. No, I want to play the game how it's supposed to be played. I want to play the objectives and all this other shit. So that's why I do competitive. Like I ain't worried about, Iron Fist being overpowered, which he is, but you could take care of him, like if you know how to. But anyway, we can.
You getting into that conversation, and it's like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, no.
Like that new, they put 6v6 back in Overwatch, and I'm gonna tell you this: when I go in there, I don't give a fuck. I pick whoever I want. I do whatever I want. If anybody yells at me in the chat, I'm like, bitch, it's quick play.
Right, and quick play especially, like it's YOLO. Like I don't give a fuck. I'm here to have a good time.
Yeah, I'm running Reaper into Pharah Echo. I'm like, I don't care.
I'm just trying to have a good time. Shoot. But yeah, that's it. That's not it. I've played some stuff on the Steam Deck and stuff, but I don't want to talk about that. I've already talked enough. That's it. We can move on.
There's no games coming out this week.
Nothing.
Well, I mean, there is obviously some games. Like, I think that Star Trek game you're interested in this week. But, dude, it's Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, right.
Like, I literally looked at the PS4, Xbox, all that stuff. Like, there's, like, no games. Of course, the Switch has 1,000.
I'm sure.
Because it's Christmas time.
Santa hentai. Let's go.
Oh, there is a big game coming out on the Switch this week. I know you're all excited to play Wukong Sun Black Legend.
Oh my God! It's finally coming to Switch.
Hey
man, I wonder how many parents are going to see that. I'm like, oh my God, Timmy has been talking about this game. I'm going to get that for him, thinking that it's the one from like PlayStation and stuff.
There's also Real Hentai 4 that's out on.
That's a real game.
Day after Christmas.
So I was right with hentai, but it wasn't Santa.
Yeah, this is the 4th one, by the way. So if you haven't played 1, 2, 3, you got to catch up first.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to make sure I get the whole story.
Yeah, you need to understand it. You don't want to.
There's a game coming out called Learn to Play Santa's Sleigh Ride, and I think I'm going to be like, no. We're not playing that. All right, let's do some news. It's a light week for news, so we should be able to get through this pretty fast. Although there were 2 stories that, man, it's the holidays, and if y'all out there are plastic box warring, you crazy.
Right.
Sorry, I can't come in for Christmas dinner. I got to fight with this guy about PlayStation.
Dreamcast guy. 2024.
Xbox news up first. If you haven't been paying attention, every day Xbox Game Pass Ultimate has been giving away like a free to own either game or DLC. But some pretty good stuff in there too. There was Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare was one of them. I think Battlefield 2 or Battlefront 2, sorry, was one of them. They gave away some Sims DLC, Skate 3. So those are things to just kind of keep an eye out for. Get your free stuff. And then Satya Nadella blew up the internet in an interview he did where he said that Microsoft is, quote, redefining what it means to be an Xbox fan. It's about being able to enjoy Xbox on all your devices. And boy, that sparked a, what's up gamers, Dreamcast guy here. Xbox is dead. I don't want to say that I've been right, but I was right. Jesus Christ. I'm so tired of hearing about this.
Well, maybe if Xbox would quit dying, you wouldn't have to hear about it anymore.
I mean, at this point, they're like a fucking cat that hit the lottery. They got way more than 9 lives.
I don't think cats are allowed to play the lottery.
Well, I mean, they don't have thumbs, so it makes it hard to scratch the ticket.
You have to have a you have to have a driver's license to get those, and they don't let cats have driver's licenses. So.
I think you're wrong. I totally could get a cat a driver's license.
You could try.
I would succeed.
They have trouble sitting for the picture. Is the problem.
All you gotta do is. Pss, 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 pss. But yeah, this caused an uproar online, and it wasn't the only story that caused an uproar online. We'll get to that one in a minute. PlayStation news: there's a bunch of games leaving PlayStation Plus. I'm not going to go through the list. Stellar Blade added another update. It's a Christmas update, so now you can dress her up like Santa Claus. That launched on December 17th. Arrowhead.
You know how you felt about Baldur's Gate, where you felt like the fact that the overwhelming discourse around the game was about the sex scenes prevented your enjoyment of the game, or at least hampered your enjoyment of the game.
No, it didn't hamper my enjoyment.
Stellar
it didn't hamper my enjoyment of the game. I just thought it was funny that was the conversation. But you're right. Stellar Blade is another great game that is hampered by gooners.
Yeah.
Like 100%. Like that game gets no serious discussion because it's always about that. Which is ridiculous.
I'd like to note that I've been playing Balatro the entire time, and some asshole named Lord Magnus just mentioned me and said, "Sigh, needing your fix." Fuck yourself. I can hear the analog stick from fucking Ryan playing action games sometimes, and you have less to complain about that. But me quietly playing Balatro in the background while engaging in conversation is too much, you little bitch. Shake him button.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. Okay.
Open the present, and it's just gonna say "fuck you" on the bottom of the box.
Look, how I'm gonna come to him in a private manner, and he gonna come on here.
I mean, you knew it was gonna happen.
Oh, I love you, Anthony. Okay, I'm crying real tears. Oh, shit, that was funny as hell.
All right.
Hey, I do be hearing Ryan sticks, but Ryan got his stuff. Ryan got his stuff said where I can't see it. It don't say where Ryan is playing. So
well, listen, here's what I'm going to tell you. We have not recorded a second of this podcast in the last 10 years where I wasn't gaming at the same time.
Oh yeah, I figured. I mean, that one day we was...
because Terrence felt it necessary to message me earlier today. Check your mouth.
All right then. Arrowhead released some Killzone DLC for Helldivers and got some backlash about the pricing. They said that Wave 2 will be free as a holiday gift.
It's already up.
Yeah, and they're increasing the duration from 10 to 10 days from 5.
I missed this. What was the DLC that you had to pay for? Was this the Killzone?
Yeah, it's
like
Killzone stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So they just they took their second planned Killzone DLC and made it free, basically.
Okay. Yeah, I did get that stuff when I logged in, because I played a couple of I played like a round versus the man. Fuck those guys. Holy shit.
I haven't played against the new faction yet.
Oh man, it's a lot. It's a lot. Jesus, the fucking Protoss. Goodness, but yeah, yeah, I got all that stuff in it. There's a sniper rifle now. I think Jay might have put that in the chat too, which is cool.
Primary weapon, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Is it called Good Eye?
It's not.
All right. The second story that blew up the internet: Sony and Katakawa announced a strategic capital and business alliance agreement. Why are we having conversations about this? Y'all need to stop. Sony's increasing its stake to 10% for $318 million and becomes Katakawa's biggest shareholder. And immediately everybody's like, Elden Ring is exclusive now.
No.
It's not.
No.
They bought that shit for the anime.
Yeah. They didn't even buy it. They just didn't.
Well, yeah.
They increased their investment, which also does not mean that they get to control that shit. So.
Right.
Any other thing here? Balatro won Game of the Year at the Indie Awards.
That's cool.
Oh no, because you'll message everybody while they're playing it. Thought you hated this game, Terrence. You
Look,
fucking
man. Listen, man. I'm just
you
worried
opened
about
the floodgates,
you.
bitch.
Hey, man, I was just worried about you because I saw you get on there. It was like at 5 a.m. This man was on Balatro. I was like, "Hey, bro,
5 a.m. I wasn't even up at 5.
Do you need to talk?
Right? Like, what's up, man? Like, what's going on?
He's sending you like suicide hotline numbers and shit. Like, what are you doing?
Oh shit! No, I really, because y'all know I fuck with card games. I don't know. I don't think I'm smart enough for Balatro. Like, I don't play solitaire, and I'm not like really good with poker. Like, I know how to play, but I'm not like really good with it. Because I played it on Apple Arcade. It's still installed on my phone actually. Like, I played a couple of hands, and like I've tried multiple times to figure it out. I can't. I'm like, damn it. So, I'm happy you enjoy it. I just like fucking with you. That's all. That's really all that is.
Sega president Shuji Utsumi says that Sonic Superstars was a disappointment.
Which one was that? Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
The multiplayer one.
Yeah.
That was the one that was a disappointment.
Yeah.
That's how you can easily identify it from the other Sonic games. That was the one that was a disappointment.
That one. Got it.
Yeah,
gotcha.
That one.
Gotcha.
On the flip side, they've already greenlit Sonic the Hedgehog 4 movie. So it'll be on
I
2027.
still haven't seen the first three.
I haven't seen the third one. It literally just came out. So,
bro, yeah,
they're so good though. They're very good.
They are really good, and I think they're on Max. Are they on Max or Paramount?
It's Paramount.
Okay,
yeah, they're Paramount movies. Yeah, I love the first two. I haven't seen the third one. I'll definitely be seeing it though.
Same. They are really good.
Capcom also says they're working on reactivating their dormant IPs. So,
Sweet.
Dino Crisis?
Mega Man Legends 3?
No, it's definitely not Mega Man Legends.
It could be Mega Man Legends.
That's not good, but that's just dead.
Why you?
Here he goes again.
People. Right. That just man.
Listen,
what did I call him? Stormcloud Ken?
You're not allowed to, you're not. Guess what? You're on the not allowed to talk shit that people listen to.
I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do.
How am I? Listen,
somebody left.
Dag, Anthony was like, "Fuck me," and just peaced out.
Accidentally chat while trying to do
it. Listen, it was a very powerful statement because you left. I was like, damn, he was like, fuck me, and left. Like, I couldn't even rebuttal. He was like, nope, that's it. I don't even want to hear your shit. Oh,
I will never stop hating on Shenmue and Mega Man Legends.
See, here you go. This I would just like the real talk. I just want the conclusion to the story of Shenmue. It doesn't have to be a fucking game. Do it as an anime
Do
or
you
a
really?
book.
Do you really want it? Do you
I
really
would,
care
yes.
that much? Like, did you play 3?
No.
Then
but
you
to
don't
be
really
fair,
care that much, do you?
But to be
Ken's
fair,
just jealous because we got 3 times as many Shenmue as we got Advent Rising. So
I mean, that shit was supposed to be a trilogy, son.
it was.
I know it was.
It was a better game than Shenmue.
Listen, I like
get out
Advent
of here.
Rising. I like that.
I knew that
think-
was going to
game
trigger
sucked.
you.
I don't think Advent Rising was better than Shenmue. It was good. I liked Advent Rising, but it wasn't. Yeah.
The power couple of Orson Scott Card and Tommy Tallarico together.
Right. That's the dream team, baby.
two assholes orbiting around each other.
They're
Right.
releasing the sequel to Advent Rising on the Amico. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, he's not.
It'll be
involved
the
in that
only
anymore.
game on the Amico.
I think, yeah.
Oh, they were bringing back Psychic Fox too, right? Isn't that the one they were bringing back? Fuck, I don't remember.
Psychic Fox?
That was a Master System game.
I'd never even heard of that in my life.
That it's Psycho Fox.
The Psychic Fox
And
now. That's the sequel.
And, well, 1, you're wrong, and 2, that was Vic Tokai.
Vic Tokai is goated.
They're the same people that did. Oh God, the mummy that throws his head on Genesis.
Or
Decapitate.
Dynamite
Zombie.
Hitty?
No, Decap Attack.
Decap Attack, that's right.
Oh.
Okay. Borderlands 4 narrative director Sam Winkler said Borderlands 4 will cut back on the quote toilet humor.
I saw that, and I'm okay with that. I mean, I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I don't remember because I didn't finish 3. I do remember that 3 just.
I'm pretty sure Gearbox didn't finish 3 either.
Yeah, that's about right.
Dude, we all tried to play that at launch, and it crashed all of our Xboxes.
Damn,
That's not even a
didn't
joke.
I
That
played
thing
that
just
long.
crashed Xboxes when it came out. It was terrible. Valve is going to be with Xbox at Lenovo's handheld gaming event in January, alongside the now VP of Next Generation. Where do they come up with these titles for these Xbox executives? Dude,
Same place they come up with the titles for all corporate executives.
VP of Next Generation. Now, don't get me wrong. The dude is amazing. He was like the lead architect on the Series X, which is an amazing console. But like, I'll put that on.
Now he's generating the next generation,
which has been in development since 2020. Let's be fair. Anything else on here interesting?
Well, so speaking of the Lenovo thing, that was the other. You didn't touch on the fact that there also was a sighting of a new Lenovo system with a Steam button.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, SteamOS is going to be on like a lot of handhelds, which is also another rumor floating around that Xbox is going to license its OS for other devices as well.
Good, they should.
Yep. So, like, get Xbox OS on like a Steam Deck so we can play fucking Game Pass games.
You wanna make everything an Xbox? Make my fucking Steam Deck an Xbox.
Yes. Do what Ryan said. Do that thing.
I don't give a shit about my television being an Xbox. Make my Steam Deck an Xbox.
Well, even the crazy part about the TV being an Xbox is that only one fucking TV brand even has the app.
Yeah, and I have that TV brand, and do you know how many times I've played my Xbox on it?
Probably
0.0 times.
I was going to say probably less than me, and I tried it once.
I like that there was a point. That was good.
I want to be precise. Precision's important.
It is. It definitely is.
What else we got on here?
I'm not one of those gaming YouTubers that talks out of my ass, Terrence. It's important for me to be
appreciate that. I appreciate that about you.
That's Dreamcast guy's face.
That is also what that is. Yes.
I was trying to avoid naming any names, y'all.
Listen. He is another one that can get dunked on anytime. That's the only time me and Paris is in agreement. Fuck the Dreamcast guy.
What's up, gamers?
Man, he don't even own a Dreamcast.
You don't know that. You ain't been to his house.
I don't want to go to his
house,
but
right.
I bet he ain't got one. Right.
You know who I bet's been to his house? The FBI.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just kidding. I don't actually mean that. I don't know. I'd never even watched one of the guy's videos.
But you know his face.
Man.
I do know his face, yes.
Oh, God. You know what? To be fair, I've never actually watched his videos either. I've only seen snippets of them, but that's enough. Really,
I've never heard the man's voice. I know nothing about him other than what you guys have posted.
If you heard his voice, it's so... Ken does a pretty good impression. It's... Oh, God. I can't... Oh, man. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
All right, we're gonna wrap
Christmas,
this.
Everybody.
Merry Christmas. We're gonna read some emails and do some skeets and get out of here. All right. First email comes from Blue Skies. I think that's Daryl. He wrote to us last week. His email's titled G Off. He says, "Hey Chuckleheads, first I'd like to apologize for my comments last week when discussing Naughty Dog's new game Intergalactic as a lesbian simulator. I actually only meant to make fun of the narrative online, where many were butthurt over the fact that it's a shaven-head female. Calling her a lesbian and already writing the game off. Okay, that's fair.
Okay, that's fair.
That's fair. Yeah.
We know very little. He said, we know very little about the game, and it was hilarious and sad that many on social media were having meltdowns. I mean, that's just, social media was a mistake. Let's just be fair.
Yes.
Yeah, it really was.
Anyway, a bunch of random thoughts and comments on your comments from last week. FYI, Okami is on sale for $5 on Xbox if anyone is interested. I had bought it back when it came out on PS2, then bought it on the Wii, then the Switch. Just bought the Xbox version now. It's a great game, but I've never actually finished it, and I cannot stand the gibberish talking sounds. I need to check the new Xbox HD version to see if there's a way to silence that crap. My wife came in when I was playing it last week and asked, what the hell is that noise? Pretty annoying, but the rest of the game is great. And FYI, you can change the horizontal and vertical controls in this Xbox HD version. I had to change both.
Yeah, I'm playing it on Steam Deck. That's one of the games that I played. You guys are right. It's very boring. In the beginning.
The intro is very boring.
You know what? I fell asleep because I was laying in the... I was laying in the bed. You did. When I woke up, I was like, fucking Ryan. I'm holding my Steam Deck on my chest. Totally fell asleep. Jesus Christ. All right, go ahead.
That's funny. He says, was the rumor of the Half-Life 3 reveal for the Game Awards possibly thrown out there just to get more viewers? I could see that happening. Seems like a lot of people watch it just for that reveal potentially happening. I don't think so, but you know how rumors float. They get crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I hate rapid fire awards that Geoff does. I mean, there were a lot of great RPGs and he just rattled them off. Is it possible they announce those winners that way if there's no one there to accept the award and give the speech? Otherwise, that's pretty shitty. No, he does it so he can run more commercials and trailers.
Yep, because that's where he's getting his money.
Yeah, I was going to say, the awards don't make money. The trailers do.
Yep.
In fact,
he's rushing that to make money. Yeah, actually.
At least a couple dollars.
Right.
Yep. He says, where was Local Thunk, the developer of Balatro? I mean, he was nominated for 3 awards. It was pretty much a given that he would win one of the indie awards, 2 nominations there. It would have been cool to have him accept the award because he is mostly solo developed. He's very private.
I don't think anybody has actually ever seen him.
No, he doesn't want to be
I've read. Yeah.
Fighting the PEGI system.
I saw that. I saw his tweets about that.
It promotes gambling, but don't worry, EA can still sell you fucking card packs. Get the fuck out of
here. Yeah, that's wild.
Him and the guy from, they showed an interview once, I think, with, it was either him or the Vampire Survivors guy. Both of them are very private, but one of them did an interview as a puppet, which I thought was hilarious.
It's probably the Balatro guy, because didn't they bring that Joker puppet on stage kind of as a proxy for him?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Those guys are very private, and I don't blame them because their games are very, very big now, and people would just
Well, and you know what? It's probably not their job. Like they probably did this as like a hobby or something, and it like blew up. And you know what I mean? They want their whole life to be now about this thing that happened to take off. I can respect that. You're not in it for the fame or whatever, which is nice.
He says you guys brought up Mirror's Edge sequel as a game that seemed to have a lot of people clamoring for, and it seemed like it would be a hit, but ended up not selling well. The upcoming Onimusha reboot has a lot of loud fans, but probably won't sell great. That's very true. But the reason Mirror's Edge Catalyst failed is it stripped away what made the first game great. It was about speed runs and mainly a linear path. Catalyst was an open world that also utilized more guns as well. That was not fun. I mean, I'll agree that Mirror's Edge 2 is not fun. I will agree with that. Anthony,
I was not a fan of the second one.
Anthony, the best Journey to the West game is actually Enslaved Odyssey to the West from Ninja Theory.
You know what?
That is a good game.
You are correct.
That is a good game.
It's not the best because that's Black Myth, but it is good.
I think Riot's been bought by the Chinese developers. He's over here.
Stronger competition than I thought. I forget about Enslaved. My apologies.
Oh, I also want to follow up on a story we did a couple weeks ago. You remember the comment?
What are you, an investigative journalist?
Right.
Man,
I'll follow up on a story we did a couple weeks ago. Like, you Walter Cronkite?
You jealous?
We don't do stories. We read shit out loud.
Yeah, we read this story online, and I wanted to follow. It's about Black Moose, so you'll get your check.
All right.
So, the story about the developers crying at the show.
Yeah.
It was fake.
Oh, yeah.
It was fake.
What?
She never saw them crying. Like, she just made it up.
Bruh.
I'm sorry, what?
So there was a story about how when they didn't win Game of the Year, the devs of Black Myth were crying.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't the one where the guy went out and was like, I had this thing written for fucking 17 years.
No, that was true. But somebody made somebody made a comment about how the devs were crying. Like another journalist who was sitting with the IGN editor from China was sitting with that team, and he was like, nobody cried.
Oh, man. Why we gotta hype shit up? Like, bruh.
I don't know, man. Finally says, hopefully Indiana Jones gets to be considered for a lot of Indie Year Game of the Year lists from sites. Many have already done them and don't even have Indie there because the cutoff was too early. My Game of the Year.
We do ours in January.
Yeah, 100%. You should always do Game of the Year in January because there's always like one game that comes out in December, and sometimes it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
My Game of the Year is now a tie between Indiana Jones and Balatro, with honorable mentions Astrobot, Dragon Age, Path of Exile, UFO 50, Prince of Persia, Metaphor, Like a Dragon, Infinite Well, Jesus, Dragon's Dogma 2, Black Myth, Steam World Heist 2, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, and Unicorn Overlord. Man, 2024 sucked, right? Not a very barren year for games, as many say it was. Take care, have a good holiday, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Crisis. Merry
Chrysler.
Fucking one of the best things ever that the internet has produced.
Next email comes from Antonio.
It's Vine.
Yes.
Vine was so much better than TikTok.
Sup, fellas? Hauled in Rise of Ronin, Star Wars Outlaws, and Silent Hill 2 over PlayStation's holiday sales. Still debating on Armored Core 6 and Dragon Age. Unfortunately, the Veilguard trial is locked behind EA Play, and I unsubscribed from Game Pass months ago. I've been deep into Rise of Ronin. I think it's a fantastic, underrated game. A great filler while I wait for the next Assassin's Creed and Ghosts of Yotei. Other than that, I've been sick with a nasty cough, and the central heating unit is acting up. Fun times. Man. Ain't nothing worse than your furnace dying on holidays.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
That shit happened to me literally on Christmas one year. luckily my heater guy came out on Christmas to fix it. So
that was nice of him.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to. I called, left a message, and I was like, yeah, I know it's Christmas, and probably like a day or two, but and he came out that day. I was like, God damn, all right, you'll always get my business.
My business.
My business. And then we had him replace the whole furnace system the next year, so he got my business.
I'm sure he was appreciative.
We have one skeet from your friend Peter. He just posted a picture of Worlds of Power Bionic Commando. It's like a novel. Scholastic novel. Jesus.
Is that
a Bionic Commando novel?
Yeah.
I don't remember that from the Worlds of Power, but that's where they wrote down. They've turned NES games into novels, and I can't remember the name of the Metal Gear one.
There it is. I put it in the chat.
Hold on,
that's cool.
Worlds of Power. I need the
Scholastic, man. That Scholastic logo takes me back. I remember a lot of books.
Oh, yeah, there was Blaster Master, Metal Gear, Ninja Gaiden,
Awesome.
Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest, Wizards and Warriors, Bionic Commando, Infiltrator, before Shadowgate, and then there was 2 Junior Edition books, Mega Man 2 and Bases Loaded 2, second season.
That's the book I need to read right there.
Cannot remember what the name of Snake was in that fucking book.
David.
Bill.
John. It's probably John.
No, that's actually his name, right? You've never beat Metal Gear?
Yeah, I know.
First Metal Gear Solid?
No,
Not you. Ryan.
Oh. Bill is his name?
No, his name is David.
Oh,
Yeah.
I knew that. I was
Okay.
making a joke when I said Bill.
Bill.
The name of
Bill Warner.
It's William Snake, okay?
No, it's Justin Haley.
Justin. Okay.
Justin.
Or Holly, one of the two.
He sounds like he's the host of fucking I don't know, X Factor or something, like Justin
yeah.
Haley. I don't like what?
Man, I totally get that. That I was thinking about that the other day. That Family Guy joke where they're watching the Teen Awards, and like every name they say,
Oh, yep.
like nobody. Like I watched the preview for like the the Grammys or something, and I was like, I don't know any of these people.
Yeah,
True story.
me and my wife said, yeah, we've reached that age. Like, you know what, she does more because she listens to all that type of stuff. But like, yeah, I'm like, I don't know who. My kid's like, yeah, I just listened to Bop, and that song is great. I'm like, who the fuck is that? Like, that's the rapper's name?
Anthony,
I don't know.
I was just gonna type that in the chat. Oh shit! 100%. Let's dunk on Drew when he's not on the show.
Right.
Anthony, you're gonna ask him to come on. We gonna be on here for like 2 more minutes.
Today.
We got 2 minutes left. Come on! Don't tell him to come on the show.
Hey! Let's see if he'll come through.
Right. He gonna come over real quick.
He ain't coming through.
I got time today. What's up?
Hold on, he's typing.
Oh, look!
Now he's putting babies in the chat. That's just like his.
Yeah.
That's like his
You
defense mechanism now.
You got hit with the baby picture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's his
That's
defense
like
mechanism now. He's just gonna put the baby in there, and you're gonna be
That's
like,
his
okay.
ultimate card. Just
So you mentioned, Ken, that we had one skeet from Pete, but there's actually he had 3 of them.
Dude, am I missing him? I was just on there.
Yeah.
must have took some.
And so they were since the last episode. One was, I would love to be a fly on the wall for a white elephant or Secret Santa with this crew. We've never done white elephant.
Oh
or Secret
my
Santa.
God, we should do that. That would be
What's a
hilarious.
white elephant?
White elephant is basically it's everybody gets sort of relatively cheap, somewhat gag kind of gifts, and then you open them and you can steal gifts from other people. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I do know what that is then. Okay, I've just never heard it called that.
They also call it Yankee Swap.
That's the
I'm
whitest
sure-
name
I
I've ever heard for that.
Didn't they have a new? What did we talk about this last week? That there was something that was called. My wife. That might have been me and my wife.
I was gonna say
Never
that
mind.
you You mixing up conversations.
Yeah, listen. I'm old. I'm an old man. So
he also says in that he also says in that same skeet, also on baldness. Apparently, calling someone bald in the UK can be considered harassment.
Really?
Y'all need to stop with this. You're getting way too offended. But
don't call anybody bald. And then
bald. I don't care.
He sent me a note that I think is probably for everybody. It says, love all the indie movies, especially Temple of Doom. Had a poster of Short Round. As an Asian kid, I thought it was so cool to have a little Asian representation in Hollywood back then. And love K. How do you pronounce his name? K.
Huang, I think is.
Yeah.
Oh, the actor.
Yeah. I apologize for butchering that.
Yeah, I
he's
can't
come back
say
now.
It. Yeah.
And then he also said, I mistakenly mixed up Milton's with another donut shop. My bad. With that said, what are the standout donuts at Milton's? I'm coming back to Ohio for the holidays and plan to check it out.
You eat it more often than I do now because I can't eat it. I'm just a glazed man.
I love all of them,
but
delicious. I'm going to tell you, their cream-filled donuts now are better than they've ever been. There's been some things have gone downhill since the new owners took over. Some things have gotten better. The cream-filled donuts have gotten better. Those are excellent. The lemon-filled donuts are excellent. Danishes obviously are tremendous.
Danishes are good.
I celebrate their entire catalog.
Wow, that was. Go ahead, because you gonna say how he said that?
No,
that
he's just like he's gonna celebrate it until the diabetes kicks in.
Yeah, well, I got that in my family, so that's probably coming anyway.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, like that's why I was like, I can't do that shit no more because it's gonna happen if I do. So I had to cut it all out.
I want to take this opportunity, by the way, while I have the microphone, to say thank you to Jalen Hurts for getting fucked in the first quarter and being out for the rest of the day because I'm in the fantasy playoffs and he was my starting quarterback. So I super appreciate the 4 points, Jalen Hurts. Fucking asshole.
Couldn't have got listener.
I've not even been keeping up on it.
He goes send in an email and be like, listen.
How far you put me back in the fucking fantasy league, you asshole.
This is why I don't play fantasy football, because then it's like, get them points.
Motherfucker.
All right, 2 more tweets and we get out of here.
I got my head crushed by 2 giant guys.
Walk it off, bitch.
Dodge, motherfucker.
Take a salt tablet. You'll be fine.
Motherfucker, you make $60 million this year. You'd be fine.
Right. Listen, I hope they take concussions very seriously. I wish he just didn't get his head fucked up the fucking fantasy football playoffs.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah, 2 more tweets and we're going to get out of here. Jeremy writes, says, hey guys, I hope you all have a Merry Christmas. What Christmas present sticks in your head the most when you were younger, video game related or otherwise? The most recent for me was my wife tracked down a PS5 for me a couple years ago. That was awesome. Thanks for the show.
You're welcome. I think mine is probably my NES when I was little. I got that for Christmas.
Mine was my Batman 89 playset. I got the Batcave, the Batmobile, Batman and Joker. Like I got all that
I never
shit.
got the playset, but I did get the Batmobile. But I think the one that I had was from Batman Returns because it had the button where the sides would split off and it would turn into like the like missile.
No,
like
mine had the plastic shell that you put over for the shield.
Yours did?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I didn't have that one. Yeah, I had the Batman Returns one.
I totally broke that shield real quick. It was made of like cheap ass plastic.
Nice.
But that Batmobile was still the GOAT. Oh, love that Batmobile.
So what was the question? Memorable
Christmas present.
Christmas present?
Yeah.
My most memorable Christmas present obviously was the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I got that for my birthday, or that probably would have been mine.
Yeah, we got Super Nintendo, Street Fighter 2. Obviously, it came with Super Mario World, and we got Mario Paint as well.
Damn, that's a hell of a Christmas.
Yeah, it was awesome. That was my brother and I's entire Christmas, basically, and it was awesome. That was a excellent Christmas gift.
My birthday falls in November, so I got my NES and my Super NES for my birthday. So I don't know that I ever got a game system for Christmas with my birthday being in November. Like it always just happened then.
Yeah.
Anthony?
I bought my NES with Christmas money.
Oh, nice.
Honestly, one of mine was I remember getting the strategy guide and the Pokemon Silver one year. That was big. But honestly, my copy of Mystical Ninja starring Goemon for N64 is a big one for me because I love that game. Yeah, nothing else is kind of coming to mind. I mean, I got my Switch for Christmas, but I would have bought one anyway, so it was just more of a, oh, that's very nice. I wasn't expecting that.
I was like to see Anthony tell us, thanks.
I was more, because I didn't want to celebrate Christmas anyways, so getting a gift like that made me feel more uncomfortable at that point. Yeah, I don't know. I think Mystical Ninja is probably my favorite. Because, yeah, I didn't get consoles for Christmas, really. I think I got an N64, maybe, but I can't recall, so I don't want to say that. Because I don't know if that was Christmas or not, so I don't remember.
All right, last tweet. This comes from Jeff. He says, VGAs remind me to finish Astrobot. My God, the final space battle level brought all the nostalgia feels. End credits were also amazing. Are there any other games that do that for you? Y'all need to finish. Y'all need to play that game.
Yeah, I haven't even played it, so.
That final level is so good.
I missed this. What game?
Astrobot.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, when I get my PlayStation, I am going to get that.
So good. I mean, Astrobot's it's a very good recent memory for me of just like it just hit, man.
I have a feeling I'm getting Astrobot for Christmas this year. So
nice.
Astrobot. Oh, we thought you wanted Astro Boy and just a copy of the animated movie.
Better than Astro Glide, I guess.
Yeah.
So it depends on what you're into, but some people are into farts. But
anyway. Yep.
That's it. That's all I got.
A tree had to die for that.
A lot of trees had to die for that. I don't have anything else. I hope everybody has a great. If you celebrate Christmas, have a good Christmas. If you celebrate Hanukkah's this week, I believe, starts tomorrow or Tuesday, right? I don't legitimately don't know. I thought it started like on Christmas Eve this year. So.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, but whatever you celebrate, the most important thing you should celebrate is getting time off work. So, recharge your batteries.
If you're someone who gets time off work.
Yeah, if you don't, I'm sorry.
My heart goes out to you.
Yes, I was out in the retail space this week. It is a miserable place. I feel bad for people working it. That's it for this week. Next week, Anthony said he will be here if nobody else is. I know it's New Year's time.
I should be here. I mean, it's not an actual holiday next week.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Okay. Well, if you want to tweet at us, it's at ZTGD Radio. If you want to skeet at us, please turn to the left or hit us up on Blue Sky at ZTGD Radio. Send us emails to podcasts@ztgd.com. And enjoy your Christmas presents. But most importantly, enjoy your time with those you love. Especially if it's Hanson.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it. Nobody has anything else? We'll get out of here. Christmas music cue now. Peace, bitches.
Alrighty. And it goes something like this.